Good afternoon. Let's go ahead and stand up. Make sure you're near a chair if you need it for balance. If you want to remain seated, you can remain seated and follow along as well. So let's go ahead and start marching it out. Let's stand up nice and straight. And let's lift this chest up and keep our eyes forward. Try not to look down at the ground and look at your feet. We know what they're doing. They're moving, they're marching. But we want to keep our head up and our eyes forward, so that brings us up nice and straight. And let's lift those knees. Take those feet up off the ground and get your arms swinging. And let's go to some heel digs. So toes pointing to the ceiling. And now your opposite arm is going to reach across. Now, if you need to slow it down some, that's okay. Please go at your pace. Do what you can. And breathe. Most of all, have fun and smile. Reach and breathe. Good. One more on each and march it out. And let's tap it side to side. Reach. This time we're using the same arm, same side. Reach up. Point your toes. That helps to stretch out the front of your shins. Gets those ankles all warmed up as well. Reach. Good job. And march it out. Deep breath in and out. Now I want you marching those legs, so try to really pick them up, and we're going to speed bag those arms. Now if you need to hold on, you can hold on with one hand and just move, maybe then take a break. So circling around, make sure your shoulders are dropped. And speed back the other direction. Good, march it out. Get those arms pumping. March it wide. March it in. March it wide. March it in. March it wide. March it in. One more time. March it wide. Now right here, let's take it in steps side to side. Big steps. Don't let your feet, don't drag your feet on the ground. Make sure that you are picking your feet up. And just move your arms. And let your hands, your wrists be nice and soft so that your hands just kind of flop a little bit, or the wrists. Now, if you want, you can take it back a little. Slow it down. Last one. Good. March it out. Deep breath in and out. Now, you're going to probably need a chair for this one for balance. Okay, so we want to make sure we're near a chair. Lift your right leg, lift it out, bring it in and down, and other leg, out, in, down. So we're going to go up, out, in, down. Good. Out, up, out, in, down. And again, up, out, in, down. Last one. And final march. Let's push, pull, push, pull. While you're marching, now squeeze those back muscles, push them away. So you should really have some tension in your upper body when you do this. It's not just, I'm going to flop my arm. It's push, pull, push it away, pull it in, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Good. And push and pull. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's take another deep breath in and out. Good. All right, let's roll those shoulders back a little bit. Roll them back. Now let's roll them forward. Roll them forward. Try to get those upper back muscles into the movement. Don't just move the arm. Lift those back. Get your back muscles in. Lift them. Good. And kind of shake it all out. Arms are out. And palms are up. And rotate that whole arm all the way up to the shoulder. And then back. So turn your palms down and back. And then turn them the other way. So the whole arm is rotating all the way up into the shoulder joint. Rotate. Rotate. Good. Rotate. Rotate. And shake it out. Woo! Hands are up. Circle them around the wrists. And the other direction. Kind of like a belly dancer. And spread your fingers. Make a fist. Flick it out. Make a fist and flick it out. Make a fist. One more time. Good. And shake. All right. And let's turn and look over our left shoulder. And slowly turn and let's look over our right shoulder. And back to center. And again, turn and look over your left shoulder. And let's turn and look over our right shoulder. Try to keep your nose forward and not pointing to the ceiling or down to the floor. Good. And come back to center. Now, before we sit down, let's just do a little brain game. If you need to sit for this, that's fine. We're going to pat our lap, clap our hands, follow along, and then we're going to push right with our left arm, clap, push left, clap, high 5 or high 10, clap. All right, so let's go lap, clap, right, clap, left, clap, high 10, clap, and lap. Here we go. I'm going to keep making it faster. So you got to follow along. Do the best you can and just have fun. And lap, clap, right, clap, left. Now high 10, clap, lap, clap, right, left, high 10, clap, and again, lap, right, left, high 10. A couple more times. Let's go a little bit faster. Last one. Go as fast as you can. All right. So let's go around. Hopefully you just had fun. If you couldn't do it, that's okay, because it's the act of trying when we do these coordination moves that is what is giving your brain the benefit. It doesn't matter that you got it. What matters is that you tried. So let's sit down slowly. All right. So let's get the ball. And put your elbow, I want you to always, when you're in the chair and we're doing exercise, I'd like for you to try to sit forward in the chair. Because now you have to use your core to sit up straight. Because we don't want to sit here and slump. We can't really move very well when we're in this position. And it restricts our breathing as well. Okay? So sit up straight. Elbows by your side, sitting forward, and palms on either side of the ball. Now you're going to keep your fingers out. We're not gripping the ball. And we're going to squeeze the ball and release. And squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Keep your shoulders down. Stay sitting up straight and breathe. Squeeze, 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 and squeeze. 3 more. Squeeze, and 2, and 1. Good. Now put the ball in your right hand. Now you can hold it with your fingers, and we're going to extend the leg, extend the arm. And as you extend the arm, I want you to squeeze that ball. Get your fingers digging in, and then relax. And dig, relax. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze. 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 If you have to readjust, squeeze. And let's switch. Squeeze. 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 Stay up straight. Don't slump down. Squeeze. Squeeze. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. If you need to, you can kind of shake, just move the fingers around, shake it out. Let's take the ball in your right hand again. Take your arms on the outside of the chair arms, sitting up straight, and we're going to pass the ball overhead. Now, if you have any shoulder issues, lower your arms to wherever you need to. But we want to pass, bring your arms down and up. Working, getting the shoulders moving a little bit. Pass the ball. Good. Now, one more time, just pass it to the left. Hold it here. So right here, we're going to lift a leg, pass that ball underneath. Now, if that's really hard for you to do, you can lift the leg and pass it over the top. But I still want you lifting a leg either way. When you lift that leg, I want you pulling that belly button in. So as you lift, abs are tight, pull your belly button in, and that's just protecting that lower back as you're lifting a leg. So the idea is to try to get your leg up as high as you can so you can pass this ball back. And remember, if you need to, you can just pass it overhead, but you're still lifting that knee. Just like this. Good, let's do one more. Back and forth. Good, and stop. Woo. Shake out those arms a little bit. What else do we have here? All right, let's put the ball down on the ground. So try to get that ball right near you. Now this is going to be some coordination. And if you find this is too hard because the ball you can't control, then just hold the ball and move your feet as if you're tapping. What we're going to do is we're going to be pushing down. We're going to, one foot, like the right foot, you're going to push down on the ball, and then you're going to switch. So that ball is going to move, and you need to get the ball. Again, you got to lift your legs, sit on the edge of your seat, abs are tight. Push and push down. Get your foot on the ball. Push, push, push. So you should feel your quads. These are your quadriceps, your thighs, the top of your legs. You should feel them working as well. Hamstrings working a little bit as we push on the ball. That gets the back of the leg. Good, and breathe. And last one. Good. Woo! Pat down those legs. Probably got those legs a little tired from all that knee lifting as well. So let's give the legs a little rest. Take the ball in your right hand. Same thing. Open your arms wide. Shoulders down. Sit up straight. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And now pass the ball back and forth. Open. So every time you bring your arms wide, you're squeezing those back muscles. Squeeze. Plus, it's giving us a nice stretch through the front of the body. Good. Good. Open. Nice. Good. And last one. Pass it back and hang. Good. Shake it out. Let's see. Let's put the ball between the knees. And we're going to squeeze. Ready? Squeeze. Again, sitting on the edge of your seat, sitting up nice and straight. Please do not put your arms here. What happens when we put our arms on the chair is then we use our arms to support us and we just kind of slump. So I want arms tucked in, hands can be on your legs, and now you have to use your body to sit up straight. Got to use your core. And squeeze. And squeeze. 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 And squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. 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 And squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Good. All right. One more, and then we're going to stand up and or get ready to stand, or sit and stand, and then we're going to do a few things standing up. All right. So staying on the edge of our seat. Very few times will I have you sit back. All right. So otherwise, always remember, sit forward, arms tucked in. Now here, you can grab the arms of the chair. Here, if you need to, because we're going to work our core. And I do not want you letting your back arch. So if you need to grab the seat or the arm, then please do so. So we're going to sit up on the edge of that seat. And if you want, you can cross your arms and hinge back just a little bit. So I'm going to go just a little bit sideways so you can see what I mean. Sitting up, and then I'm hinging back. So I'm not sitting back against the chair. All right? And we're going to start with our left leg. We're going to extend that leg, point your toes, and bring it in, crunch up, and then take it out and down. Now, extend the right, bring it in, out, down. If you want, you can sit up, and then as you extend your leg, hinge back, knee in, and down. Come back, extend, knee in, down. Crunch, hinge back, crunch together, down. Let's do it that way. So we're hinging back and extending at the same time, bringing the knee and the body together. Good. Extend. Abs tight. Pull that belly button in. Make sure you're nice and tight. And you can make the movement as small as you need to, or just do the legs, or just do your crunch backs. You can always just hinge back and bring it in. Do it again. Hinge back, crunch it in. Hinge back, crunch it in. So if you need to, you can just extend, bring the knee in, and stay seated upright. Okay? You can also just crunch back and forth. And let's do one more. Good. And let's take a deep breath in and out. Good. Okay. I think we've got enough of those in. So it's time to get ready to stand again, and you will need your gliders, I'm sorry to say. Now, when we do our stands, you can have the ball between your knees. This keeps your knees aligned with your hips, okay? And keeps your knees from caving in. We don't want to push against our knees to stand up. So let's sit up nice and straight, and let's come on up. Now do what you can. If you can't do all of them, we go for 10. Do what you can. And if you have problems standing all the way up, just try to come up out of your chair a little bit, okay? And really use those legs. Really use those legs to push. So you're really pushing your feet into the floor. I've lost count. We'll do 4 more. 4. I need help in here with counting. And 3. And breathe. 2. And 1. Good. All right. So let's go ahead and come behind our chair. Now, if you want to stay seated for this, you can. Get everything together here. All right, we're going to start with some band pulls. And if you need to hold on to the chair for balance, I would suggest that if you want, you can just stand behind the chair, lean against it a little bit to give you a little bit of stability, or just stay seated for this one. Or sit in front of the chair, so if you lose balance, you sit down. Okay. Band is across the palms of your hands. And we're going to have our arms out. And we're not going to we're not pulling our arms all the way like this. Okay, we want to start with no slack, so the band should not have any slack in the middle. And we just want to pull our arms so that maybe they're still on a little angle from our body. So you can see that I'm not coming all the way behind me. I'm not coming behind my body. I'm just pulling, and I'm really focusing on squeezing my back muscles together. You want to think about having a lemon right on your spine, and you are trying to squeeze that lemon and make lemonade. So we're squeezing. You got lemons all the way down your spine, and you're squeezing those lemons, right? That's what we're supposed to do when the things get rough, right? Life hands you a bunch of lemons, you make lemonade. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3, standing up straight. Ooh, I'm feeling these. 2, keep tension in the middle. And 1. And we always, always, always control the band. We never take it out and then let it pop back. Okay, you always control it out and control it back. There is a lot of benefit to that in building up your strength. All right, so let's put the band to the side for right now. And we're going to do some fire hydrants. So stand right behind your chair. Lift your right leg so that your knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. And let's lift it up and out to the side. Lift it up. So no need to extend the leg. Keep it bent. Lift it up. So we're working the hips. So from the front, this is what it looks like. And you don't want to move your body either. You don't want to lift your leg and tilt to the side. Keep your body straight and just lift the leg. That way we're making those hip muscles and the glutes work. 2 more. 1, 2. Good. Woo. Shake it out. All right? So we're going to do the other side. I'll stay facing you. And lift it up. Lift it up. Up. Nice and controlled. Stand up straight. Lift your chest up. Again, you don't want to sink down. It's really, you just don't get as much range of motion when you slump your body. You're crunching everything together. So pull up. Think of pulling up from the arches of your feet and just trying to lengthen your body. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. So you can feel it if you stand here and then you just kind of slump down into your hip and then try to move your leg. I can't get my leg up as far. So it's really important to keep thinking about lifting your body up rather than sinking down into it. Okay? All right, last exercise, and then we stretch. So let's get those gliders. Oh boy. And let's take a deep breath in and out. Now, always have water near you so that at any time you can have a sip of water. Okay? So let's put the glider underneath the ball of our right foot. Now, remember, if you're on hard floor, you want the felt, the soft part down. And if you're on carpet, you want the felt, the soft part with all the lettering, the big bold lettering up. Okay? So just the ball of your foot. We're going to slide these back. So I want you to slide this backward and then bend that front knee and the back knee. Now, how much you bend is really up to your body. okay? Do not go into pain. Make sure your knee is over your laces or right in the middle of your foot. And I want weight on the heel. Push through the heel and come up. Push, all right? And slide it back and come up. You can hold on if you need to. Just make sure you're not pushing your knee past the tips of your toes. So you can see that my knee stays behind the tops of my toes, kind of over my ankle, and then I push my foot into the floor as hard as I can, and I stand up. Good. Slide it back and come up. Slide it back, bend the knees, and come up. Back, push. I lost count. We'll do 2 more. And 1. So you also have to, on the glider, you have to push. You have to use that foot and really push down on that glider to pull it in so you don't leave it behind. Okay? Deep breath in, out, and let's switch feet. So glider is under the ball of your left foot. We're going to stand up straight, same thing. We're going to slide it back, you bend, and then come up. It's also a nice way to get a little stretch in that back leg. And push and come up. Good. And come up. Make sure you're really pushing this right foot into the floor and push to come up. And back. And let's go back. Back. Let's do 4 more. 4. Make sure you're keeping weight towards the heel a little bit. 3. And make sure that this knee stays straight. So if you need to, take a peek and make sure it's going right over the middle of your foot. 2 more. Or last one, I think. Last one. Yay. Let's put that to the side. And let's take a deep breath in and out. Good. All right. Let's do a little bit of stretching while we're standing. Now, if you're seated, go ahead and just sit on the edge of your seat. Or if you need to sit down, you can sit on the edge of your seat. And we're going to take a big step back with our right leg. Now, if you're seated, you're going to turn towards the left and drop that right leg back behind you like this, and then sit up straight, okay? Standing, we all know this stretch. It's for the front of the hips. So take a big step back with your right leg. Try to get back as far as you can. Stay up straight, and let's push forward. So push your hip forward. Pushing forward. So you should feel a little stretch right here in the front of the hip and also in the top of the thigh. You're stretching at the right, particularly if you sit a lot. Remember, these tend to get really tight. It can contribute to back pain. And let's take the right arm up. Hopefully you're holding on to the chair. And let's go ahead and bend to the side. But you got to keep pushing through this hip. So push it forward a little bit, heel off the ground, and breathe. Now, if you want, you can also, while holding onto the chair, you can take your right hand over to your left hip and just try to turn and look over your left shoulder. But I want you to continue to push that back hip forward. So push that right hip forward. shake it out. All right, so we're going to do the other side. If you need to, because now you're going to need your left hand, you'll need to hold on with your right. Turn the other way in the back of your chair or switch sides. So let's take a big step back with that left leg. I'm just going to stay here because it's easy. And remember, keep your body up nice and straight. The more we hunch forward, the less stretch we get here in the front of our body, in the front of our hip and our leg. Because now we're decreasing the angle. What we're trying to do is increase the angle here. So up nice and straight and push forward. Make sure your right knee is going straight and you have weight on your right foot towards the heel. And breathe. Let's take that left arm up. Keep pushing forward. Never stop pushing forward through this hip. And let's bend to the side. So you may feel a nice stretch even through the side of your body. And breathe. Good. Now if you want, you can take this hand over to the hip and try to pull yourself around and look over that right shoulder. So you should be holding on with your right hand to the chair or to something. Good. And relax. And now let's come around to the front of the chair. And we're going to sit down slowly into the chair and finish our stretching here. Good. So let's continue with our legs. So let's sit on the edge of our seat. Remember, we always sit on the edge of our seat. And then take that left leg out and put that strap underneath the ball of the foot. Now sit up straight and pull those toes towards you. Again, arms tucked in. Try not to use the arms of the chair. Okay, really try not to rely on these. I want you to get used to using your body to support you. So pulling your toes, you should feel a stretch through the calf muscle, the back of the lower leg. And breathe. And let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Now we're going to hinge at the hips, come forward, reaching with the left hand for the toes. Now you can rest your right arm on your right leg and reach for the toes. Keep pulling your toes there. Never stop pulling your toes towards you. Good. Relax. Release the tension. Don't take your band off or your strap off. And sit up. Pull your toes towards you. And let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Reach now with your right hand. And I want you to try to reach. See if you can touch or grab any part of your leg on the outside of the left leg, wherever you can grab. Keep pulling your toes towards you. And then I want you to look over your left shoulder. So you're trying to turn, you're trying to get your right shoulder around a little bit. Just do what you can. And if something doesn't feel right, I mean, you should feel a stretch. You don't want pain, but you might feel there might be a little discomfort in the stretch, but there should not be a pain. Good. And relax. And let's go ahead and take the strap off and just put it across your lap. And you can just cross your right leg over, or your ankle over, and reach across with your right hand. Now you can use the chair arm if you need to, and we're going to pull ourselves around, but we're still sitting up straight. Notice that I'm not sitting like this, because if I slump down, I can't get around very well. But when I sit up, I can get around so much more. So I have so much more movement and range of motion when I am sitting up nice and straight and I'm not contracting and squashing my body into itself, if that makes sense. Good. All right, let's switch legs. And let's pull those toes towards you. So now you should be feeling that stretch in the calf muscle. Good, and let's take a deep breath in and exhale and reach with that right hand. Make sure you're still pulling your toes towards you. You should be feeling a stretch all the way up the back of the leg, all the way into the hamstring. That's that the back of the upper thigh, or the back of the thigh. Good. And release it. And take it out. And again, pull your toes towards you. Good. And let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach with your left hand. Now remember, again, try to reach for anywhere on the outside of your right leg, wherever you can touch. Keep pulling your toes. And then we want to look over our right shoulder. So trying to get your left shoulder turned around. Keep pulling your foot towards you. Good, and relax. Take that off. Put that to the side. And just cross your ankle, cross your right over your left. Take your left hand and put it on the side of your leg. You can use the chair arm, and just pull yourself around and look behind you. Again, sit up straight. If you're down here and you try to turn, I can tell you, you're not going to get much turn. I can't get much turn. Sit up straight, and now you can turn your body. Everything has room to move when you're lengthening, when you're slumping and falling into yourself. Everything is compacted together. And come back to center. Good. Let's take that right arm and bring it across the body. Keep your shoulder down. And now take this arm out, palm is up, and you can use your other hand and gently bring your ear to the shoulder. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can just drop your ear. Make sure you're not lifting your shoulder to the ear. Keep the shoulder down. These should not be touching here. And I want you to reach this right arm out further, like you're trying to touch something. Good. Do the same thing with the left side. Bring this arm across, drop your shoulder, pull it in, and breathe. Good. Take this arm out, palm up, shoulders drop. Reach that arm. I want you stretching that arm as far as you can. And then if you want, you can gently bring your ear towards the shoulder. Notice that I don't say touch your ear to the shoulder. That's why I always try to say bring your ear towards the shoulder. So we want to make sure our shoulder is not hiked up. Reaching. Good. And relax. Just roll those shoulders back a little bit and shake it out. Good. Let's sit up straight, sit on the edge of our seat. and open those legs. So let's just press them open. So I want you to open them as far as you can and then press them open a little bit further. And breathe. And relax. And open them up. And relax. And one more time. And relax. Good. Let's cross our arms. Here we are at the end. Shoulders down. Deep breath in. And exhale. Come forward. You're hinging at the hips. And inhale up. Pull up from your belly. We're not pulling from our lower back. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale all out. Bring your legs together. Let's tuck our arms into our body and sit up straight, shoulders down. Deep breath in through the nose, filling up your belly area. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Thank you for being with me. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.